Hi, everyone. My name is Heather Plank. Most recently, I worked with Beacon Theater Productions in Under the Bonnet. I was honored and privileged to be able to play the great abolitionist and women's rights activist Lucretia Mott. She was brave, she was courageous. She seemed to have no fear in her body at all. If so, she looked at it and didn't care. These times are calling for us to be brave. I know it's scary. I know the future is uncertain, although it always is, isn't it? But a little more so now. But I just want to read to you a little bit from one particularly frightening evening in Lucretia Mott's life. She and her husband James were to host an anti slavery convention at the newly built Pennsylvania Hall in Philadelphia. However, they were met with thousands of protesters who would not allow for the convention to go on. And in fact, that evening, Pennsylvania Hall was burnt to the ground, and the Motts, as well as others, were lucky to escape with their lives. So, from a book called And the Spirit Moved Them, The Lost Radical History of America's First Feminists by Helen LaKelly Hunt, this is regarding the night that Pennsylvania Hall was destroyed. As the meeting came to a close around 4 p.m., worried male supporters urged the women to leave by a back door so that they might escape confrontation from the mob. The women refused. Instead, as abolitionist Bartholomew Fusel recalled in a letter to his nephew Edwin, several chose to make a particularly bold exit. And this I read from his letter. At this crisis, a magnanimous act was performed, which was more than manly. It was indeed womanly. 5 females came voluntarily out of the convention to speak to the mob, passed through the guard, and went into the midst of the crowd in the street. Then, separating themselves from each other, they took different positions and stood firm to their purpose like so many monuments of virtue in the midst of corruption, pleading with them for the right to hold their meeting peaceably and for the liberty of the slave. True, I have never seen the face of an angel, but when they returned to the house, their appearance was somewhat superhuman. I shall call it angelic. So that gives you an idea of the bravery of these women in the face of such danger. And from an article called Lucretia Mott, Pioneer for Peace by Margaret Hope Bacon, looking back on that event, these are Lucretia's words. I had often thought how I should sustain myself if called to pass such an ordeal. I hope I speak it not in the spirit of boasting when I tell you, my sisters, I believe I was strengthened by God. I felt at the moment that I was willing to suffer whatever the cause required. My best feelings acquit me of shrinking back in the hour of danger. I love that. I'm going to say that again. My best feelings acquit me of shrinking back in the hour of danger. That inspires me. May it inspire you. Everyone, stay safe, stay healthy, stay courageous, stay kind, stay loving. See you on the other side.